Hey guys, Solois here, and welcome to the first ever sick edition of Final Fantasy III. In the last episode, we helped out the dwarves over at Dwarven Hollow get their Horns of Ice back from Gutsko the Rogue, and, well, we didn't do a very good job as he was able to sneak off with them, so now it's our job to go and retrieve them as he has fled to the cave to the north. I also said the first ever sick edition because I'm sick. So, bear with me a little bit on my voice, sounding a little raspy. For this dungeon, I went ahead and decided to equip shields, even though I said I don't really like to equip shields all that much. I've equipped shields because this is kind of not a very well-scaled dungeon. It's a little tough. The Molten Cave. You recognize this music right here from the Molten Cave. It's the same music that it played back in the Altar Cave at the beginning of our journey, which alludes to some suspicious things. Alright, so let's not waste any time and get into random battles, I suppose. Oh no, not this guy again! Well, this is an Adamantoise. What we're going to be doing is actually focusing quite a bit on stealing in here, since a lot of things in here can actually be... You can steal some pretty good stuff from these things, like Antarctic winds, and they can get critical hits. That's very nice. But I absolutely... Oh, well, I guess we're done with that. Also, it's good to note that everything in here is weak to ice. So it's very good to have that ice staff on to get some free ice damage. And very ironic that this thing is holding items that can hurt it very bad, like the Antarctic winds. So that's a little questionable. Not sure why you're doing that, but whatever. Alright, so here we have the first instance of... Oh gosh. But we're gonna ignore it for now and head left and find more random battles with new enemies. We have, whoa, balloons and red marshmallows. I know I am not the only person who thinks that the balloons look absolutely delicious. I can't be. I can't be the only one who thinks that. They look good. They look like little sour, like, green apple candies. Like gummies, and I love gummies a lot. They're some of my favorite candies. Anyway, the thing I killed there only had a bomb fragment, but this thing, just like the bomb, will hold bomb arms. So I want to make sure every time I find one of these, I steal a bomb arm. There we go, good job, Refia. I was about to say if Refia ever friggin' does it. And getting in as many guards as I can to get that my kind of slacking job levels up a little bit. Actually, I haven't checked it in a while. I wonder what they're actually at. Let's see. 43, 39, 47, 38. Not bad, not terrible. Could be better, though. There we find an Antarctic wind. Those are absolutely essential. Alright. As you step in here, you take damage periodically the longer you are in the fire pits with some new enemies. These are... Krakatoa, or Krakota. Yeah, Krakota. Who knows? But I think these guys can have bomb fragments, maybe. I don't remember. Yeah, bomb fragments. Still good to have, still good to have. Not as good as the bomb arm, but I still want very much. Man, these guys are getting a lot of critical hits. Equipping those shields was a very, very, very good idea. Pedo Pete. Alright. Job levels all around. Good work. So we keep heading to the right here and we'll... God bless. Alright. Finally, we can find an Antarctic wind. Again, you want to get as many of those as you can. Look how much damage we took just running through that. And that wasn't also from the battles. We didn't take that much damage from the battles. Yeah, I'm going to have Ingus healing us on downturns so we can manage that a little bit better. Getting those job levels is absolutely imperative. Alright, that's it for the first area, so we want to go ahead and get to the second area. Thank God before I found another random encounter. The encounter rate in this game is a little insane. Yeah, I'm going to heal up on Ark and Lunith a little bit. Alright. So here we need to head down this lava stream and head straight south at the first fork to find a freezing blade. A freezing blade will have It's like the Salamander Sword and the Serpent Sword, but guess what? It's freezing. It deals ice damage. Also, it has the highest attack of any of those elemental swords right now. I don't know how it fares against the Terrafig, but I didn't pick it up. And yeah, I keep forgetting that the lava floor is dealing quite a bit of damage to us. There's sadly no way around that. In normal Final Fantasy game, I say normal Final Fantasy games like this isn't one, but in other Final Fantasy games, there's a spell called Float that you can use that will actually protect you from damaging floors like this. Phoenix Town right there, by the way. No such spell, and this is like the 4th encounter that I've gotten this same battle. What in the world? But no such spell exists in Final Fantasy III. Not the Famicom version or anything. It's all, just, you gotta deal with it. It's just something you gotta, oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh my god. I have to waste a Phoenix down just because the RNG is crazy for how it wants to attack daggone Arc over and over. I guess he does it again. I bet you anything. Nope. Okay. Well, we're getting you down as quick as possible because I'm mad at you now. They won't do much damage from the back row there, but still getting my anger taken out. Yeah, I want to make sure that I keep everyone alive for battles. My OCD really wants to keep their levels, their like character levels, as close to the same as possible. Sorry you didn't level up there, Arc. You kind of died. Alright. I'm just going to use potions to avoid using MP. Alright, so if you head down, you can find battles! And in this chest, we can find a high potion. Very useful, right? Yeah. Anyway, we need to go back up to that 3-way fork we found up here and head left. This is the 8th fight in a row I've gotten this exact same encounter. Are there any other enemies in this dungeon? And I'm running. You know what? It's back attack. I don't even feel like fighting. You made me mad. I could have used Flee with my thief, but I don't even care. God bless. Those are the only things I'm running into. Nothing else. I want bomb arms. Ah! Okay, I would love for the next encounter that I have to be something other than those Krakatoa things. Oh my god. Alright, so here we want to go left and find a piece of crap. Impact claws, yeah, and more useless items. Thank god! Alright, and if we head north, we can find our last treasure. A Phoenix Down. Investigate here to find that this egg will open up a secret passage. This is the exact same textured egg we found in the Altar Cave back at the beginning of the journey. I wonder if they have any correlation with the crystals, these like weird rock egg things. Alright, we even got a bomb arm from stealing and just got a bomb arm from that fight. That was pretty nice. Alright, so I'm going to adjust the party a little bit for this fight. I'm going to go ahead and heal up the party with Ingus here. I'm going to do something weird and switch Lunith to the back row. Because if we'll check here, we have 14 Antarctic winds. And we should have 1 Arctic wind. Yeah. Well, you'll see soon enough just what we're going to do. Anyway. Ha ha ha! I have the power of fire. I can feel it coursing through my veins. But it's not enough. I must defeat you, those who've been blessed with the light, to gain the true power of the Crystal of Fire. Now, die! And if I wasn't sick, my voice wouldn't have cracked there. But this guy got really fat. You're shaking the whole cave. Gutsko attacks you again. But this time, he turned into a goofy-looking dragon. For now, auto battle, and this is the Salamander, aka the thing that made me quit playing this game when I was a kid. Fun fact, when I was a kid and I played this game on DS, I never made it past this boss because I was too stupid to understand how the job system worked. So I kept changing jobs to level 1 jobs, seeing if all black mages would work, blah 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 would work. Because guess what? This guy is weak to ice. That is why I switched Luna to the back row. He'll be doing more damage if he just uses Antarctic winds. So I'll switch him to the back row so he can take less damage while he does that. Ingus is in the back row so that he can use... no, don't use Flee. So that he can use Blizzara, and I'm also going to use Antarctic Winds with our Thief. And good old Ice Staff until we need to heal. Which might be soon. Because this guy hits like a freight train when he uses a certain spell a little later on. Alright, good damage all around. Alright, still not good enough though, so we're going to have to hit him with a few more Antarctic Winds, Blizzara, Antarctic Wind, and I think I can afford to use another Ice Staff before we have to heal. This guy is pitifully weak to ice. I am going to throw off Akira after this, though, because he does, I think the spell's called Flame, that deals fire damage to everybody and hits like a freight train and would probably kill a few people right now. So, I almost wonder if Blizzard would deal good damage. Let's see. We have enough room to play around and experiment. Alright. Just, oh, I was saying, well, there it is. Fire Breath. Who dies? Everybody but them. Oh, wonderful. And wonderful! They miss out on experience! If only Ark had went first! But no! Well, I had a feeling it would get lopsided eventually, but here we are. Yep, whatever. I don't care. We defeated Gutsko and obtained the Horns of Ice. I'm only a little salty about that Ark. That must be the Fire Crystal. I can't tell, though, because I'm dead. Warriors of the Light. I will bless you with the light contained within my eternal flames. Bringers of equilibrium, you must restore the light of hope lost from this world. And we have been blessed with the power of fire. What does that mean? That, well, and we're fully healed. How generous. Well, we're all level 17 right now, but Ingus and Refia will have the upper hand a little later on. That royally sucks. I'm going to go ahead and fix my rows really quick. I'll leave you in the back row for now, Refia. So, getting the Blessings of Fire basically means that we just have new jobs. So as you see here, we now have Ranger, Knight, Geomancer, and Scholar. Let's go through these really quick. Ranger finally puts a use to those bows we've been getting. The only reason to use a Ranger is if you really want to have somebody who deals physical damage, full powered from the back row. I am not going to go with a Ranger because you would constantly have to either find arrows or restock on arrows, and even though they're cheap, I don't feel like doing that because I love my guild, so I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. So, it's not a bad job class. If you want to go for it, it's fun, but it's not bad. We have the Knight. The Knight has a critical protect ability that allows it to critically protect other allies that are near death. So, say for instance, Lunith is a Knight and Ark is not. And Ark is about to die, and someone's about to do an attack to Ark that's going to kill him. Lunith is going to jump in the way and take the damage instead. That could be potentially a pretty handy ability, although albeit kind of useless. As well as the defend ability. The defend ability is basically the guard ability, but better. Which, I don't know how useful that is. The useful thing about the Knight is that it can use level 1 and only level 1 white magic, which seems stupid. But level 1 white magic includes Cure, which is a very quick and easy access to curing during off battles when you just need to cure outside of battle. It could be very nice for that. And the Knight job class has access to some of the best weapons and armor in the game. It deals some amazing physical attacks. It's an obvious upgrade from a warrior if you pick to use a warrior at the beginning of the game. The Scholar is kind of useless, honestly. In the original Famicom version, it was absolutely only a gimmick class used for one boss that we'll soon see. But here in this version, it is also kind of useless. It's a little better. It has the same use as well as being able... it has I think it's called item boost or something. Anytime you use an item with the Scholar class, it has like a double effect. So like healing items, I'm pretty sure would heal double, and damaging items like a bomb arm will deal double damage. And if it's weak to fire in that case, it'll do quadruple damage. This makes the Scholar job class very situational on its own, but it synergizes very well with a Thief. So basically what we have here is a job class that is basically only kind of useful if you're using it with a thief. And even then, it renders the thief kind of useless because all it's doing is stealing. We steal a lot with our thieves, but we also know when to start doing attacks. But if you're using a scholar, the scholar is pretty much useless if the thief is not stealing and stocking it up on items. Very good strategy. Very interesting and fun strategy. I wouldn't say very good strategy. That's kind of what I meant to say is interesting. It's certainly something. I will not be doing it. We have the Geomancer, which is more so a fun job class than it is a good job class. It kind of has the ability to use the environment against your enemies. I forget what the move is called. I think it's called Terrain, that lets you do elemental damage based on what environment you're in. Very obviously, it's extremely situational. It uses the bell type weapons that we saw earlier. Very situational. This job class is more fun because they look goofy and cool. It's more fun than it is good. This one uses books, by the way, and obviously bows and arrows. Now, originally when I started this LP, I was not going to do a job change here, but I think I'm going to take Ingus from a red mage to a knight. Now, the main reason, well, hang on a minute. The main reason I did that, now he's a level 1 knight as opposed to a level 47 red mage, which I've got my reasons, so just hang tight and I'll explain it all, don't worry. I picked a red mage basically because early game, I really like physical attacks, as I've said, more than I like magical attacks, but early game, it's really good to have that, like, very good offensive magic dealer. Because of dungeons like the Nepto Shrine, and for instance here where ice damage completely like decimated the salamander like crazy, I wanted to have a job class that could do that as well as deal some decent attack damage. The knight will deal more attack damage, have higher defense, and from here on in the game I'm going to need to use black magic a lot less, and at the time that I will need to use black magic, a certain somebody will be able to take that over. So, I decided to go with the knight for here. From here on out, for Ingus, you are a knight. For now. We'll see how that goes. Everybody else, I'm going to keep the same. I think everything else is kind of a bad upgrade. Like, look at that. 126, yeah, that we don't need to upgrade that. And Rethia, she can be pretty good. She won't do double damage like a scholar, but for now, if I want to keep her in the back row and kind of like have her steal and use the items instead of attacking, I could do that. It might not deal as much damage or be quicker, but I could do that. I like attacking though, so I'm going to switch her back to the front. Anyway, we have done it. That is all we can do here at the Fire Shrine. So let us leave. Alright. I wonder how happy all of the dwarves are. I'm excited to see what they're going to do for us. So let's go back. Lally-ho, warriors of the light. You've come back. Yes, we have. Lally-ho, thank you, warriors of the light. Not a problem, not a problem. Yeah, everyone's going to be very thankful to us. There's one thing I want to check really quickly, actually. And I want to see if I really want to pick up a Tearfig now that I have, Ice Helm. I do want to pick one of those up. Wait, I actually don't think I wanted to do that. Well, I had to waste money eventually. But I will go ahead and quit that. Ice Helm. Between episodes, I might do a little bit of job grinding to get the knight kind of caught up. Not necessarily completely caught up because it still won't work that well, but Tearfig. No, Tearfig is worse than both the things we have. Tearfing, not Tearfig. Alright. Get diamond bells here if you need them. Maybe hold off on it because I don't remember if we're about to find one or not, but maybe hold off on it. Thank you again. Here, take this. It's yours. You'll find more in the village of Geisel. We obtained a magic key, and as we described, magic keys can open anything, but they'll break once you use them. I actually did not describe the breaking once you use them thing. Yeah, if you're using a thief, those are useless. Don't worry about it. Our treasure's yours. Follow me and behold the Dwarven Moonwalk. Come, come. And that's all I'm going to do, because I need to practice avoiding copyright laws. But yeah, that was a nice little Michael Jackson reference there. The Dwarven Moonwalk. Moonwalk. I like it. Anyway, here we find one heck of a treasure haul. That otter shroom there will basically use a teleport spell, so we can save a magic slot, I guess. Here we find gauntlets. One heck of a defense upgrade for the knight. Here we find a scholar robe. We already had one of those, but of course they're for the scholar. The scholar hat, that's also for the scholar. We find knight armor. Should be a pretty good upgrade for the knight, I think. Oh, yeah. Oh, a very good upgrade. Yeah, the knight's already getting super defensive. A phoenix down. A heroic shield. If we wanted to equip that to the knight, we could. Yeah, it takes that. Oh, my God. Cuts our damage in half, but look at that defense boost. If we ever need defense, we'll be fine. Lord have mercy. We find Geisel greens. A phoenix down. A book of light. A book of ice. Book of fire, I think. Yeah, book of fire. This isn't Avatar: The Last Airbender. Calm down here. Gold needle, killer bow, and an elixir. Alright. Pretty good little haul there. I'm feeling really good about the knight decision. I made this decision today, actually, because, well, it's going to deal more physical damage than the red mage. I've already really explained it, but yeah, that alone is, like, good for me. I like that. I like that a lot. So, I'm very happy about the decision. Well, that's 2 crystals down, 2 to go. Let's go find them. Warriors of the Light, Takul needs you. What's going on? Are you alright? Our village. We didn't have anything more for them to take. They're going to burn down Takul. Please, you must stop them. What have they done? Hein has a way to change his weak point. Only a scholar has the power to see through his deception. Good last words. Well, what's going on in Takul? We've already visited it once, and it was a pretty poor state, but what's going on now? Find out next time on Final Fantasy III. This is Solois, signing out. Have a good evening.